If you're listening to this, pause for a moment before doing anything else. Not because your day is empty, but because your inner world may be crowded. There is a quiet tension many people carry into the morning, a feeling of being slightly behind, slightly unsettled, even before the day truly begins. This prayer is not meant to fix you or rush you forward. It is meant to help you arrive. Stay here. Let these words slow the pace inside you before life speeds it up again. Father, I come into this moment aware that my body is here, but my thoughts often run ahead. I think about what needs to be done, what could go wrong, what I might forget, and without realizing it, I start the day already tired. So I pause. I breathe in slowly. I allow the weight in my chest to soften. I give myself permission to be present. God, I don't come to you polished or prepared. I come as I am, still waking up internally, still carrying yesterday's residue, still learning how to be fully here. I don't hide my distractions or my unease. I place them openly before you. Help me notice how often I move through life without truly arriving. Help me recognize when my body is in one place, but my mind is already somewhere else, and gently guide me back. Father, I ask you to quiet the voice that tells me I must start strong, move fast, and stay ahead to be okay. I don't need to prove readiness. I don't need to rush into competence. I only need to begin grounded. I release the pressure to have everything figured out early. I release the urge to control the flow of the day. I release the fear that slowing down will cost me something. Instead, I choose to begin from trust. God, I bring you the subtle worries I may not even have words for, the low-level anxiety that hums in the background, the expectations I place on myself before anyone else does. I don't try to solve them now. I simply allow them to rest in your presence. Remind me that peace doesn't require perfect conditions. Remind me that clarity often follows stillness. Remind me that I can take this day one moment at a time. As this day opens, help me notice when I start to rush internally. Help me pause before reacting. Help me respond with awareness instead of habit. If distractions pull at my attention, gently bring me back. If tension rises, help me breathe through it. If uncertainty appears, help me stay open rather than afraid. Father, I ask for a steady heart today. Not an unfeeling one, but a grounded one. One that can experience emotions without being led by them. One that can move forward without being pushed by fear. If this prayer is helping you slow down and arrive in this moment, take a second to like this video. And if you feel comfortable, leave a comment saying, I am here. Your interaction helps this prayer reach someone else who may need this pause today. Father, I remain here just a little longer. I let this stillness settle deeper. I allow it to shape how I step into what comes next. And I continue, not hurried, not tense, but gently anchored as this day begins. As I stay in this presence, I begin to notice how much of my tension comes from trying to hold everything together. I carry responsibilities, expectations, and unspoken roles, often without realizing how tightly I grip them. Even when nothing is immediately wrong, my body stays alert, as if something might fall apart if I relax. Father, I bring this habit into your light. I don't judge it. I understand it came from wanting to be responsible, dependable, strong. But today, I ask you to show me that I don't have to carry everything alone. I don't need to hold it all together to be faithful. I don't need to stay tense to stay prepared. I don't need to exhaust myself to prove my commitment. God, I notice how control often disguises itself as care. I tell myself I'm being responsible, when sometimes I'm simply afraid to let go. In this moment, I practice loosening my grip. I relax my shoulders. I slow my breathing. I allow space between my thoughts. Father, I place before you the things I feel responsible for, the people I worry about, the outcomes I can't predict, the roles I feel pressure to fulfill. I don't hand them over dramatically. I release them gently, one by one. Help me trust that you are at work even when I step back. Help me believe that rest does not mean neglect. Help me accept that I am allowed to pause without everything falling apart. Lord, if I feel anxious today when things don't go according to plan, remind me of this moment. If I feel the urge to control conversations or outcomes, help me breathe instead. I want to respond to life, not manage it rigidly. I want to participate, not carry everything alone. I want to move with awareness, not tension. Father, I notice how my body softens when I stop bracing. There is relief here, not because everything is solved, but because I am no longer holding it all by myself. If this prayer is helping you release the need to control everything, take a moment to like this video. And if you feel led, leave a comment saying, "I release control." Your words may help someone else loosen their grip today. Father, I remain here, letting this release settle into my body and mind. I trust that peace grows when I stop forcing outcomes, and I stay open, allowing this lighter way of moving to continue forming within me. As I let go of this need to hold everything together, I become aware of another quiet tension, the fear of being misunderstood, the concern that if I slow down, say no, or step back, others might misinterpret my intentions. So often, I move quickly to meet expectations before anyone questions me. Father, I bring this fear into your presence. I admit how much energy I spend trying to manage perceptions. I want to be seen as capable, reliable, kind. And sometimes, that desire keeps me from being honest about my limits. Help me trust that I don't need to explain myself constantly. Help me believe that being misunderstood does not mean being wrong. Help me rest in the truth that my worth is not defined by approval. God, I notice how deeply this fear shapes my decisions. It influences when I speak, when I stay silent, when I say yes even when my spirit hesitates. Today, I ask you to help me choose alignment over approval. If I feel the urge to over-explain, slow me down. If I feel pressured to agree, help me pause. If I feel discomfort when setting boundaries, remind me that honesty can be loving. Father, I give you the part of me that wants to be liked by everyone. I don't shame it. I understand it came from a desire for connection, but I don't want it to lead my life. Teach me how to be present without performing. Teach me how to care without overextending. Teach me how to speak from truth instead of fear. Lord, I recognize that not everyone will understand my pace, my choices, or my boundaries, and that is okay. I don't need universal approval to walk faithfully. If I encounter misunderstanding today, help me remain calm. If I feel judged, help me stay grounded. If I feel tempted to shrink myself, remind me of the steadiness I practiced here. If this prayer is helping you release the need to be understood by everyone, take a moment to like this video. And if you feel led, leave a comment saying, "I choose alignment." Your words may quietly encourage someone else who is learning to live honestly. Father, I remain here, letting this freedom settle. I feel lighter when I stop managing how I am perceived. And I stay open, trusting that walking in truth will bring the right clarity in time. As this freedom settles, I begin to notice a quieter invitation, one that asks me to listen more deeply. Not just to words around me, but to what is stirring within. So often I move quickly past these inner signals, telling myself I'll come back to them later, but later rarely comes. Father, I bring my inner noise to you. The thoughts that compete for attention, the impulses that push me forward before I'm ready, the subtle nudges I ignore because slowing down feels inconvenient. Teach me how to listen without rushing to respond. Teach me how to notice without immediately judging. Teach me how to trust the quiet guidance that doesn't demand attention. God, I notice how clarity often arrives softly, not through force, but through awareness. Not through urgency, but through patience. Today, I practice staying long enough to hear what I usually miss. If my instincts speak gently, help me pay attention. If wisdom comes quietly, help me honor it. If intuition nudges me to pause, help me trust it. Father, I release the habit of filling every silence. I don't need constant stimulation to feel alive. I don't need noise to feel connected. I allow space for reflection. I slow my breathing. I soften my focus. I let my attention settle inward. Lord, if I feel unsure today, help me listen rather than react. If I feel conflicted, help me pause instead of pushing through. If I feel clarity forming slowly, help me stay patient. I want to live in conversation with you, not just in moments of crisis, but in ordinary decisions, in small pauses, in quiet discernment, in moments where listening matters more than speaking. If this prayer is helping you reconnect with your inner awareness, take a moment to like this video. And if you feel led, leave a comment saying, "I am listening." Your words may encourage someone else to slow down and tune in today. Father, I remain here a little longer. I don't hurry this listening. I allow it to deepen naturally. And I stay open, trusting that guidance unfolds when I make room for it. As this prayer reaches its final moments, I notice something different in me. Nothing dramatic, nothing loud, just a subtle steadiness, like calm water after movement settles. And I understand now that this is often how you work, God, not through sudden changes, but through gentle realignment. Father, I thank you for meeting me in stillness, for not demanding perfection, speed, or certainty, for allowing me to arrive exactly as I am and leave a little more grounded than before. I carry this calm with me into the rest of the day, not as something fragile, but as something rooted. When distractions return, I remember this moment. When pressure builds, I return to my breath. When doubt appears, I recall that I am not navigating life alone. God, help me walk forward with awareness. Let my actions come from presence, not urgency. Let my words be shaped by intention, not impulse. Let my choices reflect clarity, not fear. If challenges arise, I don't panic. If uncertainty appears, I don't rush. If emotions fluctuate, I remain anchored. I trust that I will know what I need to know when the time is right. I trust that I will be guided step by step, not all at once. I trust that peace doesn't mean the absence of difficulty, but the presence of alignment. Father, I release the need to control every outcome. I release the pressure to have everything figured out. I release the belief that rest is weakness. Today, rest becomes strength. As I move on, let me stay attentive to small signs of grace. A quiet thought, a moment of gratitude, a pause that feels right. These are not interruptions. They are invitations. And if I forget, gently remind me.